Hey, what's up? So, this is your getting started checklist. It's going to be very quick because not all of these things you're going to be focusing on right now because you are a part of the Crash Express course for KGF coaching. You're just going to do a few of these things right now, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. So, let's jump right in, and I'm going to go over a few things for you to do right now. Okay, so you have already set up your MyFitnessPal and synced it in. So that is done. And if you need to look back on this, this is a PDF sheet showing how to set up the calories in there. And that's all you'll be focusing on is the calories and the macros. You won't include workouts that deduct calories or anything like that. You'll just be trying to hit your macros and seeing what your foods are and logging your foods a few days a week. And then this is the weekly schedule. This is your go-to worksheet. You can print this one off. This is the only one I would print off along with the one below this that I'll show you in a minute. But it's just going to show you, it's like a syllabus outline of the week, like what we do together, what I will be sending to you, and what is due from you on your part that you will be filling out and completing. So if you're ever lost on what to do, this is a go-to sheet. And then the next sheet is the weekly goals checklist. This is an overall guideline, like an overview of what you'll be aiming towards. This is a great checklist to fill out as you go through the week and as you go through the day. And at the end of the week, you will see where you've fallen short and where you've fallen behind and where you've stuck and stayed on track. So at the end of the week, it's kind of like an assessment, a recap of what you've done. It's going to show you everything. And then you can make a little note of things that you want to focus on the next week that you fell short of and want to start focusing more on. So it's going to show you a lot, the good and the bad, but it's also going to show you what to do. So for that day, check off if you completed your workout, if you hit your steps, if you hit your protein, and on and on and on. And this is the weekly gratitude sheet. It's submitted once a week, and you'll see that on your calendar when it's due. This is a great time to reflect and to really dig deep into your mind with a lot of these gratitude type of things that we remind ourselves of, and it's good to see on paper and pull them out of our minds and really see and hear and listen to ourselves more and see it on paper. Okay, so on Mondays, you'll see on that calendar above, the weekly calendar, on Mondays, or every other Monday, I should say, we do the measurements and photos in the app, in the Trainerize app. So today you could upload your photos and your measurements and you'll be all set. And those are updated every other Monday. So we only do our bicep, leg, waist, and hips. And then you'll be all set with that. And then on to the next. This is going to show you where to find the measurement tab. So the photos and the measurements, you'll actually click on the body weight tab and then click on that, the body weight tab, and then you'll go down to body measurements and then you will be able to fill in those measurements. So that's where you find it. And this, don't focus on this right now. I'm going to go over this in our next training module when I go over protein. The very first official training module is going to be on pre-workout food, post-workout food, and protein intake. So yes, I want you to hit around 1,800 calories and no less, especially because you want to build muscle. So you need to have adequate food and of those macros that make up that calorie bracket. So I'm going to dig into that a little bit later. So don't really focus on this too much, just the other things that I've mentioned already. And just to scroll up real quick, if you're going to print out anything, print out this and print out this sheet. And also screenshot these and save them in a photo album, in a separate album labeled health and fitness. So you can have just these things that are in any type of module that I send you, that are going to be saved in that special photo album. So all the important things just kind of save in there. Lastly, this is like a go-to food list chart. It's going to show, I have broken it down into low-fat carbs, high-fat carbs, low-fat proteins, and higher-fat proteins, along with your actual fat-dense foods. So this separates things in a really easy way to visually see high and low fat, and proteins, carbs, and fats. So this is kind of like a little go-to holy grail sheet, a little cheat sheet. And we'll be focusing on protein next, and pre-workout food and post-workout food, which is super important to know right off the bat and start to learn about, and getting more on track with that. So with that being said, that is it. So just do the things that I mentioned, and then we'll be caught up for now, and stay tuned for the next update and training module. And I will always be checking in with you and making sure you're on track. And if you aren't, I'll tell you like a little recap of some things to catch up on, but I'll never get ahead if you're behind. So with that being said, we'll just focus on this now, and we'll touch base soon. Let me know if you have any questions, just reach out, but I'll be talking to you frequently in the midst of everything. So don't feel overwhelmed or like you should be doing something, because if you aren't, I'll let you know. I'll give you a reminder, but I'll also simplify everything and send you things step by step. So with that being said, we'll talk soon.